Chapter 1, Mindset Claritique. The Claritique Questionnaire. Number 1. Can you share one intention you most desire to achieve? Number 2. Imagine some likely future situation. What happens when you see yourself making your intention come real? Number 3. Can you imagine your favorite place in the world to relax and feel good? Some people say their own home is this good. Can you think of another? Number 4. Being appreciated and respected is a human need. We can all remember at least one time when we felt appreciated and respected. What happens as you begin to feel loved and respected? Number 5. What drives your passion positively? Passion sometimes reaches boiling point. What happens when your passion for something, someone, or a situation in your life was so intense it was on fire, burning inside you with life? Number 6. When you learn new ways to act on intention, beautifully your chances of making it come real multiplies. What else happens as you begin to learn new possibilities? Number 7. Having a deep sense of fulfillment from within is the best elixir imaginable, magically bringing you freedom, happiness, and satisfaction. It's good to know that people find different things fulfilling. Can you remember a time where you felt totally fulfilled? Number 8. Wow moments often come unexpectedly and are often amazing and thrilling us to bits. Can you describe 5 different wow moments in your life? Number 9. What does the word enrichment mean to you? Number 10. Music is an incredible healing force, enriching the human spirit, also opening and strengthening the connection between body and mind. What music gives you strong feelings? Number 1. Can you share one intention you most desire to achieve? A very simple question, encouraging the participant to focus on a single intention they desire in life. The responses have been from passing university master's degrees to having a life change completely. There was one case in the final years of her bar exams. When asked, can you share an intention you desire to achieve, her response was about getting her full qualification and working in the courts. It so happened that as part of her final year, she was working in a court, and she hated it. She simply didn't like how certain lawyers disregard the truth in support of their client. After Flow Center, she realized that she no longer wanted to work in the courts. Taking a change of direction, after completing her course, she decided to emigrate to a beach house on the Gold Coast of Australia and set up a business in copyright law instead of working for the courts. Now, how is it? By talking to David for 20 or 30 minutes, she had made such a life-changing shift. Easy. It's the cumulative effect of the questions. The questions asked taps into the deep values and positive emotions, creating a unique, very true and positive state of mind. The magic lies in the combination of the question and how the question gives the participant an unprecedented opportunity to talk about themselves and what they value in life. Number 2. Imagine some likely future situation. What happens when you see yourself making your intention come real? This is a simple goal-setting type question where you get to visualize and allow your mind to see and explore what it's like having achieved the intention. The brain has infinite power that needs a direction to go in. Visualization, backed up by feelings of knowingness, will make this happen. The knowingness strengthens through action. It is a scientific fact that tuning into a vibration in the shape of a thought, picture, or feeling connects with a like vibration. Repetition and focus makes the thought come real. So we are talking of creating a mental, visual scape. In other words, a visualization. We visualize using our visual internal eyes. Close your eyes, and what do you see? Some people have a rich palette of experience when they close their eyes, seeing pictures or the very special place of relaxation, remembered or created in vivid detail, bright and panoramic, relative to life size. The various shapes, beings and elements around them, be it a lark in the sky, a beach, or another person, rich in colour, focused with sounds and movement, associated in the picture, experiencing everything there so real. Feel and hear everything as real. The sensations in your body and touching your skin. Feel the warmth of the air around the skin. Weight and warmth of your feet on the ground, the clothes on the skin. Hearing sound of breath at an even pace, birdsong, the sea, or the gentle hum of conversation in the distance, the taste of the air, be it the salty sea or the aroma of Chanel No. 5. Maybe you see nothing when you close your eyes, but believe me, you have in your rich palette of senses a sub-distinction of experience that kicks the picture right into place for you. David had problems visualizing and discovered that adding movement within the mental picture gave it the intensity that was necessary. For another person, it may be a particular tone, pitch, timbre, melody or rhythm, direction of sound, or even a pulse rate. It is not necessarily as simple as that, because if it were so, then we would all be living in fabulous mansions and driving dream cars. So mindset specialist Andy Shaw, in his book, A Bug-Free Mind, uses a computer hard drive as a metaphor, explaining that you wouldn't install brand new software on a virus-infected hard drive. You'd need to run an antivirus first. And he suggests exercises of increasing awareness and the practice of no mind to eradicate the bugs in the mind. So this is where the flow center works wonders. The process starts by knowing where you want to go, seeing what you want to see, hearing what you want to hear, and feeling what you feel having achieved it. Then acceptance of where you are standing and your current situation. Concentrating on your desired intention for periods of 20 seconds at a time, allow the bugs to surface and be acknowledged, so you can let them go. Another way is by using affirmations, positive statements that we make to ourselves affirming what we know to be true somewhere and what we desire to be real for ourselves. An affirmation should begin with I. It should be positive and in the present. For example, I am happy and grateful to be fulfilled in my life. A person may repeat such a statement to themselves and not feel fulfilled in life at all. In fact, they may feel the opposite. This may be a good time to draw this negativity out of you by writing down on a piece of paper at least a list of 50 to 100 reasons why you think your positive statement is not true. Take a look at these reasons and spend a little time with them, accepting to yourself that this is the way you feel right now. Then tear the paper up, as this action acts as a letting go of these beliefs and commit to your new view. By doing so, you will begin to see and feel where already fulfilled in life as you watch this space grow. Number 3. Can you imagine your favourite place in the world to relax and feel good? Some people say their own home, and this is good, but can you think of another? What this question does is to create and build a resource in the mind where you can go to when you want to. The hot beach is definitely the favoured response from women I've asked. Imagine having an intention to become financially free, and your journey towards fulfilling this intention is a relaxed and satisfying one. How would you feel? Visual streaming is a technique devised by Dr. Wim Wenger, a foremost innovator in the field of intelligence and problem solving. It involves two principles: daydreaming and description, allowing you to tap into your vast and infinite visual capacity and capability. In doing so, strengthening neural pathways to the emotions in pictures and feeling you desire to strengthen. Simply close your eyes and imagine yourself in a scenario of your choice, and describe aloud what you see, feel, hear. If you see only darkness when you close your eyes, describe that aloud. Eventually, clarity will come through. Tests have shown every 90 minutes of visual streaming increases your IQ by 1 point. See yourself there, sun-drenched beaches with pure white sands, warm, crystal, clear waters, and a cool, whispering breeze. You too can discover this natural, relaxing and soothing paradise. Nestling in the Atlantic Ocean off the west coast of Africa, and just 1 hour south of the Canaries, Cape Verde consists of 10 islands and 5 islets. It is an idyllic location where the sun always shines and the refreshing light breeze helps maintain a delightfully warm year-round climate. Number 4. Being appreciated and respected is a human need. We can all remember at least one time where we felt appreciated and respected. So what happens as you begin to feel loved and respected? I've actually had a young lady tell David during a flow centre that she has never really felt respected before, and she meant it too. So David moved on and asked the next question. We ran through the questions a second time. Now, on the second time around, because of the cumulative effect emotionally, she came up with examples of a few times when customers appreciated her for helping them out. So why is it important to feel respected and appreciated while moving towards your intention? It's more about tapping into a feeling of respect and being appreciated for what you do, and knowing where that feeling is in your body. We all need feedback, as no one is an island. That is why having a coach to point things out to you often adds fuel to your game. We see and experience what we can perceive. There is so much that we cannot see that other people do. Therefore, tapping into the positives of feelings, appreciated and feeling loved, will hardwire your expectations and you will feel supported. Think of as many of these times as you can. Being a musician, it's easy for David. He only needs to think of times when he's moved an audience of appreciative people. Having a genuine knowingness of surety that you have appreciation and love gives you power. It often comes from family members, colleagues and friends. Anyone who has shown you respect and appreciation. Number 5. What drives your passion positively? Passion sometimes reaches boiling point. What happens when your passion for something, someone, or a situation in your life was so intense it was on fire, burning inside you with life? Passion it is. You need to locate your passion button and turn it on. Can you think of a time when you felt passionate towards something you did or someone in your life? Passion is the magical elixir that makes things happen. What are you positively passionate about? What do you love? What gives you strongest feelings positively? What makes you sizzle? What melts you? Where are you? What are you doing? Explain the scenario in detail. What do you see and feel? What's in the picture? So how are you dressed? Is there any colour you focus on the most? As you think of it, is it a movie or a picture in still frame? Is it in colour or in black and white? Is the image on the right, the left, or centre weighted? Is the image positioned up, middle, or down? Is the image bright, dim, or dark? Is the image life-size, bigger, or smaller than life-size? Is the image near you or further away? How does your level of pleasure change when you bring it closer to you? Is the speed of the image fast, medium, or slow? Is there a particular element focused on consistently? Are you in the picture, or are you watching from afar? Does the image have a frame, or is the picture panoramic? How does making your picture three-dimensional change the level of pleasure that you feel? Is there a particular colour that impacts you the most? From what viewpoint are you looking at the picture? Are you looking down on it, up at it, from the left or the right, or at an angle? Is there anything that triggers strong feelings? Find the zoom lens of your camera and zoom in. Are there sounds in the picture? Is there a sound that impacts the level of pleasure you feel the most? Are you saying something to yourself or hearing it from others? How do you hear or say it? What specifically do you hear or say? How many sounds are in there? And where do they come from? If you are imagining the sound of someone's voice, experiment with different inflections and accents. What does raising the volume do to the level of pleasure that you feel? What tonality is it? Are there deep and bass sounds or higher ones? Are they even or changing sounds? At what pace do you hear it? How fast is it? Can you feel the music in your body? How does the rhythm and vibration impact the level of pleasure that you feel? Does it speed up or does it slow down? Where is the sound coming from? Is the sound melodic or unmelodic? Is the sound in harmony or noisy? Is the sound regular or unusual? Do you hear it more in one ear than the other? If there is a voice, is there inflection in it? Are certain words emphasized? How long does a sound last? Is there something unique about the sound? Is there anything else that triggers strong feelings? Now double the feeling and the passion, and then again. As you remember this pleasurable experience, how does changing the feeling elements intensify or decrease your pleasure? Does raising the temperature intensify the level of pleasure you feel? Did you notice a texture change, rough or smooth? Is the sensation on touch rigid or flexible? Is there vibration? How intensely do you feel the vibration? Is there an increase or a decrease of pressure? Where was the pressure located? How is your pulse rate? Is there an increase of tension or relaxation? Is there movement? If so, what was the direction and speed? How was your quality of breathing? Deep and even? Where did it start or end? Enjoy the weight, possibly of your feet on the ground. Are they heavy or light? Are the feelings steady or intermittent? Does it change size or shape? Are feelings coming into the body or going out? What is the quality of air on the skin? Thicker than air or lighter than water? Is there anything else that triggers strong feelings? Is the aroma sweet, musty, or fragrant? Was the aroma uplifting or relaxing? Find your passion button, step into it, and fire up your intention in motion. Number 6. When you learn new ways to act on intention, beautifully your chances of making it come real multiplies. What else happens as you begin to learn new possibilities? Okay, so you have an intention you desire to achieve, and you are building an optimum state of mind to make it happen. You have the passion. You may need to learn and adapt, find new ways to get there, as what you are currently doing might not be enough or may not be working. This is where knowing how you learn quickly becomes important. Your learning strategy. Know your learning strategy. A big challenge with many people is knowing when taking a new approach is necessary. Some people find learning easy, others not, but everyone has a time where they learn something new with ease, and a positive learning experience too. So think of a time when you learned something new. Explain in detail, where were you and what did you learn? Recently, David gave a flow center to a woman who said that she learns anew when getting positive feedback from other people. I suppose learning isn't always positive. Some things we learn the hard way from making mistakes, hopefully not repeating the same mistakes. But for now, focus on positive learning experiences. Number 7. Having a deep sense of fulfillment from within is the best elixir imaginable, magically bringing you freedom, happiness, and satisfaction. It's good to know that people find different things fulfilling. Can you remember a time where you felt totally fulfilled? Asking this question to people is sometimes met with surprise. The question of being fulfilled is something that so many people have never even thought about. Most people wake, go to work, tend to their families and friends, which is great, but they never spend a moment to stretch their imagination enough to think about what makes you totally fulfilled. On the other hand, other people know straight away. Peace of mind. When I wake up in the morning, I feel fulfilled. My lover, my work, everything. It's a big question to ask because when you are totally fulfilled by what you are doing or how you be, you wouldn't want to do anything else. And what a great thing that is. The world is an interesting place to live, with positive thought patterns on board. The universal law of polarity says, like attracts like. On a sliding scale of positive thought to negativity, you will attract the same thought or vibration at any point along that scale, just like radio. A radio sending out a signal at 147 will tune into a sound vibrating at 147, not 257. Our thoughts are the same. We must raise our vibration in order to get a better situation than what we are currently getting. Anyone can soar high like an eagle if you truly believe you can. According to Thomas Carlyle, the block of granite, which was an obstacle in the pathway of the negative thinker, becomes a stepping stone in the pathway of the positive thinker. Flow Center aims to provide you with the tools to activate your positive intention into motion. Number 8. Wow moments often come unexpectedly and are often amazing and thrilling to us. Can you describe 5 different wow moments in your life? So David once attended a seminar by personal growth hurricane Raymond Aron. He explained that in his company he employs an officer of wow, a person who goes around making things wow. Brilliant! 5 experiences of wow, and then use them as a powerful resource you can get strength from. Number 9. What does the word enrichment mean to you? It may be the car, the house, the love affair, peace of mind, travel, or a big fat bank account. There are no right or wrong reasons. For many people, enrichment goes hand in hand with fulfillment, but there is a difference. I personally see enrichment as a power that comes from doing what you do. Money on its own is as dumb as a bucket of shrimp. But by applying meaning to it and make things happen for yourself and other people, then money becomes valuable. The word enrichment conjures up a colourful palette of positive emotions in us. Can you tell me what the word enrichment means to you? The entrepreneur can be likened to the free-thinking musician who breaks free from convention and goes their own way. A person who identifies themselves as being an entrepreneur innovates or embraces novel ways to generate revenue for themselves or their business. A much misunderstood individual, entrepreneurship leads to amassing wealth for sure, but during the process one can be alone with their vision until the model works through a process of testing and adapting. There are 2 types of people that put money in the stock market. The first are the investors, who put money to work in fundamentally sound companies for the long term. The second are the traders, who buy stocks for a short-term gain, getting in and out of the market quickly based on the price movement. If you aren't using the principles of both investing and trading, then you're limiting your returns and increasing your losses. Fundamentals work fine up to a certain point, but if you followed a simple trading signal, you would know exactly when to buy and sell this stock, avoiding the excessive risk and unexpected stock dive. So to be more specific, I am talking about using relative strength. Relative strength is found by calculating the percentage price change over the past 6 months for every stock and ETF or exchange traded fund. You then sort these changes from high to low and assign the highest value a relative strength rank of 100 and the lowest value a rank of 0. Every stock is assigned a rank based on where it fits into that range. So David likes to use 70 as the limit for buys and sells. If relative strength is greater than 70, meaning a stock is rising more than 70% of the market, the stock or ETF is a buy. It is advisable to sell whenever the rank falls below 70. So that's why David thinks that using relative strength is an excellent way to ever buy a high-yield stock or any stock safely. If you aren't using trading signals in your investing, then you're missing out on one of the most important tools to beat the market. This is what the question is about: money and how to grow your wealth passively in the happiest possible way. Number 10. Music is an incredible healing force, enriching the human spirit, also opening and strengthening the connection between the body and the mind. So what music gives you strong feelings? What's your favourite song, band, or singer or musician? How does this music make you feel? The peak experiences from performing concerts internationally have been amazing. More importantly, it's the connection made with an appreciative music lover system that makes being a musician super special, making many friends. And he just loves the feeling when a new and original melody comes into his head from thin air, almost like a gift from the creator. Music has almost unlimited potential to positively influence our personal, emotional experiences in the present. Positive change is what lies at the heart of Flow Center. Listening to your favorite music triggers a melting pot of positive thoughts, memories, strong feelings, and emotions in us. Healers, particularly, are fascinated by walking through past life records to find meaning and to solve problems for themselves and others in real time. Sometimes you may see or hear an excellent musician or a person with extraordinary depth in their craft, a person that can touch you emotionally in a way far beyond their years. Such people, more often than not, have what David calls as an old soul in a young person's body. And you find these people in every area of endeavour. It's almost like they began practicing their craft in a previous life, and in this one they continued where they left off in the last one. This is all well and good. It's even more fascinating that some of us have cycles of new beginnings in our current lifetimes. The positive point of power is always in the present. What you were in years gone by doesn't have to reflect like the person you have become or who you desire to be. You've probably let that go. Simply accept that your past has shaped what you are and who you are today, and you should thank it for that. Let's take a look at how thoughts spark the brain and how a positive mental attitude triggered by music spreads bliss to the rest of the physical body. Our brains process 400 billion units of information a second, and we're only aware of 2,000 of these units. So stop a moment. What an amazing thing to know. This means that various realities reside in our brains constantly, and we are unaware of almost all of it. We only see what we believe is possible, and for most of us this is laughable in comparison to what is actually there. Now you know infinitely more is going on in our grey matter than what we perceive and what we actualize. Physical things, people, houses, diamonds we see around us in our daily lives are comprised of particles. The table, the chair, the BMW. The atom is the smallest particle of matter, even through the atom itself has a structure, a nucleus, electrons, protons, photons, and countless even smaller particles. And we know that we don't see these things, but they are there. Therefore, we can look at what we don't see as waves of possibility. Uncovering waves of possibility by reframing behaviour needing to improve, so you can enjoy more flexible choices of things to do. So the first steps are describing what you want to actualize in detail, to know it already exists in the ether, and to explore consciousness. How? By expanding awareness and by tuning into the subtle energies of your body and mind. Music has almost unlimited potential to positively influence our personal emotional experiences in the moment. When you let the music take you, you feel better. The mind-body highway opens, moving you into a better state of mind and flow better. The body-mind connects to body-minds alike, as the vibrations attune performer and the listening audience. Together, a cybernetic feedback loop is created. You tune in and the brain works better. The brain does not know the difference between what it sees in its environment and what it remembers or creates in visualization, because the same neural nets fire for all three. Some people may have the feeling of love connected to rejection, for example. Nerve cells that fire together wire together, and nerve cells that don't fire together don't wire together. Repeated observation of the negative emotional connections we have, shining a bright light on them, is a way of interrupting the path and disconnecting the negative emotions so they no longer fire or wire together. The hypothalamus houses 20 different amino acids, assembling peptide chains that produce the range of emotions we experience on a day-to-day basis. All emotions are holographic imprints of one short chemical or another. The moment we express our emotion, which could be joy, pleasure, anger, love, the hypothalamus releases the corresponding peptide chain into the bloodstream. The moment it enters the bloodstream, the peptide chains find its way to our cells in a different part of the body. Every single cell in the body has receptors on the outside. When a peptide docks on a cell, it sits on the receptor and latches onto it like a key fits into a lock. May what we perceive and believe be under constant review, both observing what is seen and carrying a healthy curiosity in what lies outside your conscious processes. Surfing your mighty waves of possibility as ever-deepening potentiality becomes available to you. Perceptually, bring you closer to something magical. Carry this feeling with you all the time. And this is Flow Center.